Biker's gang teaches two corrupted old men a lesson they'll never forget. Justice roared louder than fear that night. Welcome to Kindness Unlimited, the channel where courage meets compassion and real stories remind us that goodness still exists in this world. If you believe in standing up for what's right, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and comment below where you're watching from. In a quiet town just outside Austin, Texas, two elderly businessmen controlled nearly everything. Harold Briggs and Leonard Doyle were known as pillars of the community. They donated to charities, sat in the front row at church, and smiled for every local newspaper photo. But behind the polished image, they used forged paperwork and legal loopholes to steal small properties from struggling families. Most victims were too afraid or too poor to fight back. One of those victims was Maria Thompson, a widowed mother of two. After her husband's passing, she discovered her home's deed had mysteriously transferred ownership to Harold's company. When she protested, Leonard threatened her with expensive legal battles she couldn't afford. Within weeks, she and her children were forced to pack their lives into cardboard boxes. Word of Maria's story traveled quietly through the town until it reached a local biker group known as the Iron Riders. Unlike the rumors people spread about bikers, these men valued loyalty, family, and fairness above all else. Their leader, Marcus Kane, believed power should protect the weak, not exploit them. The next morning, Harold Briggs arrived at his office earlier than usual, hoping to avoid attention. His hands still trembled from the night before. Leonard Doyle was already inside, pacing nervously. Neither of them mentioned the bikers directly, but both understood the message. Someone knew their secrets, and someone wasn't afraid of them anymore now. At exactly 9 o'clock, the office door opened slowly. Marcus Kane stepped inside, followed by two Iron Riders. Their calm presence filled the room with quiet authority. Marcus didn't raise his voice or make threats. He simply placed a thick folder on Harold's desk and slid it forward carefully toward him silently. Harold opened the folder with shaking hands. Inside were copies of forged property deeds, signed witness statements, and photographs of illegal transactions. Leonard leaned closer, his face turning pale with every page. Marcus spoke calmly, explaining everything had already been prepared for federal investigators and major news outlets across Texas if necessary. "You took advantage of innocent people," Marcus said firmly. "Now you have one chance to fix it." The room felt heavy with silence. Harold and Leonard realized their wealth and influence meant nothing against truth. For the first time, they understood consequences were no longer something they could escape easily now. Within days, Harold and Leonard signed papers returning stolen homes to their rightful owners. Maria Thompson received her keys back and cried in disbelief, holding her children tightly. The town watched quietly as the two once powerful men lost respect, reputation, and control they had abused for decades, without consequence. 1 week later, the Iron Riders left town the same way they arrived, quietly and without celebration. Marcus didn't seek praise or recognition. He only believed in doing what was right. The lesson remained clear forever. True strength isn't about power or fear. It's about protecting those who cannot protect themselves.